Hello, good evening. Welcome to Business Life, and we zoom in straight to our very first story. Societe Generale has announced that it has initiated strategic review of its operations in Ghana. This was captured in a statement from the group issued through Societe Generale Ghana. Now, it is coming after the managing director of the bank here in Ghana, Hakim Uzani, described earlier reports of the exit of the bank from Ghana as rumors. But what does this mean to initiate strategic review of a bank? Here to help us to unlock or unpack all of these issues is a senior finance lecturer at the University of Ghana Business School, Dr. Benjamin Amoah, to help us understand all of these. Thanks so much, Dr. Amoah, for your time here on Business Life. Now, on Monday, when we spoke about the planned exit, you told us to take the words of the SG Ghana MD. And as we have it now, we've heard the bank, the group company itself speak. Now, the parent company has spoken, and they say they are initiating a strategic review of its operations in Ghana. I want to know, how does this come to you?
Thank you very much. This is how it must be. Why? Because for an issue of a possible significant shareholder change, you don't want to rely on rumors. You want to make sure that the parent that controls over 60% of the ownership stake in SG is indeed the one taking the decision. And so there's nothing wrong with what the MD said. Now, officially, it has been communicated by the parent, and it is a strategic review of the business portfolio. That is the right thing to be done. So now we have information, and we can then watch and see exactly what the parent has in mind with this official statement.
And as we speak, shareholders and customers need to understand what is happening to the bank. How well should the bank communicate that to them beyond saying, well, these are rumors, just as we heard the MD for Ghana say, because they also want to win their trust?
Absolutely. As we speak now, nothing happens to the bank. The bank is still SG. It is business as usual. Customers can still go in, deposit, take loans if they want. You don't need to panic, because if you even look at the SG brand across Africa, anytime they are exiting or there's any form of business reorganization, when they sell to another shareholder who has what it takes to run the business. Run the business maybe not in the name of SG, but then under another brand. So it is not the case of a business closure, but it is more likely to be another majority shareholder coming to take over the interests of the parent to run the core business. So clearly, there's nothing to be worried about if you are a customer of SG. It is business as usual. What the bank should do is to improve on the quality of service and deliver new products and services that will meet the needs of current customers and prospective customers.
And I don't know whether you still stand by your position about the central bank, being silent. Last time we spoke, you were like, well, the central bank can't do anything now. And of course, the bank has spoken, so that should suffice.
Yeah, now that the parent has officially informed the public that they are undertaking a strategic review, the details of what that means will have to now be transferred to BOG. BOG will then study it, of course, within the applicable laws of Ghana, and then study what the strategic review means for the banking sector. So that is the right thing to do. Apart from BOG, Securities and Exchange Commission will also have to be informed, because definitely there's going to be a significant ownership change. Definitely, Ghana Stock Exchange will also have to be informed. So the details will definitely come to BOG. And so long as it is just transfer of ownership, because the current shareholders want to trade their shares and exit the market, the laws apply, and the laws will agree to that. And BOG, if everything is correct, we just have to approve it for a new majority shareholder to take the place of SG. We shouldn't forget that SNIT is the next top shareholder after the SG parent. So SNIT also may have some interest in this particular event that is taking place.
A quick education on that. So strategic review does not really mean that, well, they want to exit, right?
No, it's basically about looking at your portfolio, which is in this case SG Ghana, and then looking at what the parents want to do with that particular strategic business unit, which is a subsidiary in Ghana. It is possible it can include a business closure. But if you look at the strategy of SG across Africa, they don't just close the business. They sell the business to a prospective buyer who can pay what they are quoting. And that prospective buyer then assumes the SG position by changing the brand. So it is not the case that they are, of course, the brand will exit Ghana, but then the business will continue. So it's not a cessation of business. It's an exit of the parent or the shareholder in this case. So there will still be banking, but maybe under a different brand name.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Benjamin Amoah. We are indeed grateful for speaking to us here on Business Live. And we've got to take you live to Kumasi, where President Akufo-Addo is commissioning the airport. Scenes from Kumasi at the airport there where it's been commissioned. We've got to continue with some other stories we've lined up for you here on Business Life. And government has paid all individuals who opted out of the domestic debt exchange program last year. In addition, all institutions that participated have started receiving their payments. These are the words of the first Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Maxwell Opoku-Afari. Speaking on behalf of the governor to launch the commercial paper market, Dr. Afari said the development has brought back confidence into the bond market. Here's a report.
The launch of the commercial paper market complements work by the Ghana Stock Exchange to attract more investors onto the börse this year, despite global economic shocks. Confidence on the bond market has seen a positive outlook in the last few months after government concluded negotiations with the International Monetary Fund. According to the first Deputy Governor, Dr. Maxwell Opoku-Afari, activities on the market have begun to pick up after all who opted out from the exchange program were paid, and some 200 million is being released for institutional investors.
Let me say here that the economic headwinds that weighed on the recovery process are gradually easing and has provided a conducive environment to launch this product. So far, the market has been calm, backed by some recent debt servicing by the government. On various due days, the government has paid all cash coupons and payment in kind coupons on the domestic debt exchange bonds. The government has also paid all individuals who opted out of the domestic debt exchange exercise. The government has started paying institutional holders who did not participate in the domestic debt exchange program. In the last 2 weeks, about 200 million Ghana cedis was paid to institutional investors.
Speaking on the importance of the commercial paper market, Managing Director of the Ghana Stock Exchange, Abena Amoah, explains that this is the best time for both short and long-term investors to take advantage of the capital market.
Institutional investors and high net worth individuals with a sizable amount of money, who you can say, I need 5 million Ghana cedis and I will return that money to you in 180 days, in 6 months. So today's launch is really what we are calling the CP, or the commercial paper market. A company that needs a minimum of 1 million cedis and meet our other conditions, aside going to the bank, can come to the GSC's commercial paper market, issue a security. We will put together, we'll facilitate putting together the potential investors, and once they like that company's what they want to do and are sure that that company can pay back the money, they become the option to raise that money for.
The new commercial paper market is, however, dedicated for large companies to raise funds.
Guarantee Trust Bank, as part of its corporate social responsibility, has handed over a newly refurbished ICT lab for the Nsawam Methodist Basic School and Junior High School. The move, according to the Divisional Head Corporate Communication and Experience, Agnes Owusu-Efram, is to support government digitalization agenda and promote STEM education in Ghana. She spoke to Joy Business at the handing over ceremony in Nsawam here in the Eastern region.
The integration of information and communication technology in the educational sector has been identified as a major driver of economic and social development, as well as education transformation. Divisional Head Corporate Communication and Experience at GT Bank, Agnes Owusu-Efram, says the bank sees it as a critical catalyst in providing up-to-date skills and competencies aligned with globally competitive industries to meet the increasing demand for workforce.
Every year, as a bank, we have this ICT lab we build for government basic schools. This is the 9th one we are doing in the past few years. And someone, because there are two ways. We try to go to where we have a branch, and then we also listen to where we have received requests for help. And someone is one of those that we received a plea for support in this area, and that's why we are here. And someone also, for this particular school, as one of the oldest schools in the entire area, and with one of the biggest population of almost 1,000 students, it was just right that we come here to do the refurbishments and stock the computers for them. We look at all areas of support. The major ones are in education and health for us as a bank.
As part of the bank's corporate social responsibility, the bank has within the past 4 years focused on the development of ICT education amongst the private basic schools across the country.
Within the banking space, the Agricultural Development Bank, ADB, has pledged its continuous support to growing privately owned businesses in the agric sector. Speaking at the presentation of the ultimate prize to the 2023 National Best Farmer, Managing Director of ADB, Alhassan Yakubu Tali, reiterated the bank's mandate of elevating Ghana's agricultural sector by investing in more in the following report.
Agriculture Development Bank presented the ultimate award prize of 1 million cedis to Charity Akotia, the 2023 National Best Farmer. In his speech, Managing Director of ADB, Alhassan Yakubu Tali, said the bank will continue to roll out farmer-friendly programs to help strengthen ADB's relationship with farmers and other stakeholders in the agric sector.
In line with our core mandate, ADB remains committed to ensuring that the agricultural sector continues to play a dominant role in wealth creation and national development. It is our commitment to continuously roll out farmer-friendly programs and programs based on climate-friendly principles. Furthermore, ADB remains committed to collaborating with government and the private sector for the implementation of viable projects and programs in the agricultural sector, such as the Planting for Food and Jobs Phase 2, among others, as part of efforts to promote agribusiness for wealth creation. On behalf of the board, management, and staff of ADB, I take this opportunity to once again state the bank's readiness in working with the Ministries of Food and Agriculture and Fisheries and Aquaculture Development to elevate Ghana's agriculture on the world stage.
The 2023 National Best Farmer, Charity Akotia, expressed her gratitude to government and the Agriculture Development Bank.
The entire Ministry of Food and Agriculture and the Planning Committee for such a splendid honor than me as the second ever woman to be bestowed with this prestigious award in farming. Next to the sponsors, ADB, for the continual support to agriculture development in Ghana and for their swift customer service for handling my financial transactions even before this award. Now, I want to promise for the judicious use of the award to extend that it will entice more women and youth into agriculture.
In more business news, the Minister for Trade and Industry, Katie Hammond, is challenging businesses in the European Union to establish their presence in Ghana by building manufacturing plants and administrative offices. According to Mr. Hammond, Ghana is positioned as the gateway to the African market after the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. He was speaking at the 2024 Annual Europe Day in Accra.
The annual Europe Day reception is well designed to highlight the importance of youth and skills development in the European Union-Ghana partnership. Minister for Trade and Industry Katie Hammond called on more investors to support Ghana's economy.
The relationship between Ghana and the EU stretches back to 1975 with the signing of the first financial protocol, the Lomé I Convention. Since then, our cooperation has flourished, evolving into a meaningful partnership that continues to benefit both our peoples. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, the European Union has been a steadfast ally to Ghana, standing by us in times of need and celebrating our successes. Today, as we commemorate the founding principles of the EU and celebrate its achievements, we also celebrate the strength of our partnership. Trade lies at the heart of our partnership.
European Union Ambassador to Ghana, Ichad Razali, pledged support to the Ghanaian economy.
Not only we share a number of priority and interests, but this is what singles out the relation with Ghana. We often see the world the similar way. Firstly, both Europe and Ghana know what security and stability means in their immediate vicinity. Secondly, we share a commitment in safeguarding the rule of law and democracy, both inside and outside our borders. And thirdly, we share an interest in upholding a rules-based multilateral order.
Thanks so much for watching Business Live with me, Pius Kojo Baka. For more stories, do log on to myjoyonline.com/business. Government has paid all individuals who opted out of DDEP. That's according to the first Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana. Also on that portal, we are confident about our board meeting in June on Ghana's second review. That's according to the IMF there. More stories on the portal, do visit there. Great stories there as well. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.